Do I have sound? I'm sure I do. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to DWIT 3D. If it's not evening where you are, then just good. That's all I got. Because if I say anything else, I'm going to be accused of copying somebody, and I don't want to do that. How is everybody tonight on this fine Sunday evening? Sunday evening here in Calgary. It could be morning where you are. It could be afternoon. You could be at work. You could be at school. You could be at play. Wherever you are, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. Little different look again. I'm trying something a bit different. We're going to be doing a bit of work on the Kywoo tonight. I'm going to try and work on getting the Flashforge going at the same time while I'm working on here. And just a few different things. I initially wasn't going to go live today, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I need to go live because I enjoy it, and this is what I do. We're going to try something a little different tonight. As far as camera setups and go, I'm going to try something a little different in the sense I'm going to have a mobile close-up camera. I do have my handy-dandy, this little guy, but I'm also going to use this camera right here that you're watching. When I'm done doing my intro and saying hello to everybody, I'm going to be taking this camera off, putting it on my little mobile zoomer thingy, because this camera's got a really good lens on it, excellent zoom on it. And I may just like that camera as a good close-up zoom lens for when I'm doing a little bit of work here. I've also decided, as well as replacing the build plate on this thing, I'm going to install their all-metal hot end that I got with it. And we're going to determine whether it is, in fact, an all-metal hot end. So let's see who's in chat. I'm going to look over at the screen right here, so I'm not ignoring you. We will switch to this view here. And let's just say hi to everybody in chat. So I know it's kind of weird because I got two heads, but this head here is going to change. You can see the camera here. I'm going to mount that to this thing. So in chat we have, let's have a look. We have Kieran, good evening, and Dominic and Gary and Dominic and Gary and DWIT 3D's in chat. Good to see you, DWIT. We have The Apprentice 2021. Welcome to the channel, The Apprentice. Your first time with this stream. Great. I'm so glad you joined. We have Non-Fam. We have Justin. Yes, Justin, it is a party. Oh, wrong. That one. It is a party. I put the cameras in different places, so I'm kind of confused. And I got a microphone right there. Tap, tap. Sorry, you guys, with my headphones. I decided to hook up the Yeti on the boom, and I think it's going to work better, and I should not have any issues. And then we have Eric and Non-Fam. So welcome, everybody. They're always fun as long as there are no medical emergencies. No, exactly. Tonight, I'm home alone. Nobody else in the house except the dog. And I'm hoping the dog isn't going to have a medical emergency. So in the meantime, while I've got you guys hooked up there, let me give this camera right here a quick switch. So don't watch this screen in the top left. You're going to get dizzy. Because I'm over at this desk and my computers and everything are over here and my keyboard is... Anyways, I'm not going to bother turning this screen off before I do this quick switch, so just watch this. You might get dizzy, you might not, but we'll see. I'm just going to unscrew this from this base. Just like that. Hello. Oops. Hello. Why did my... I don't want that to happen. Go back. Go back. There we are. Good. Hello. Now we're going to screw this base in. And then we're going to have ourselves, as you can see me doing here on the other screen, we're going to have, there we go, a nice mobile camera courtesy of the Sony A5100. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So this way, my goal in this thing is to be able to come right in here on that camera, and I'm going to see if this is a better close-up camera, because you see that little hot end there that I'm going to be working on. I can zoom in, and I could probably give you two views of that with two different close-up camera views. But look, I can zoom right in to that hot end, and the focus seems to work really well. Anyways, two things I want to do tonight. To start with, I'm going to replace the glass bed that came on this Kywoo printer with these nice high-tech bed clips that they put on it right there. And I'm going to put it, I did get the PEI steel flexible build plate with it, with the This is that good 3M 300L SE magnetic base. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the all-metal hot end on here. So we're going to take this apart, and we're going to see sort of what that's made of. And then we're going to do not a test print. I'm going to print an actual file, which is going to be part of one of the droids I'm building. And speaking of that, all the stuff that's been going on, as most of you guys know, we're doing some droid builds. And let me just move that right there. I've kind of got myself in a tight corner here, but that's all right. Nose hairs need trimming. Yes, they do. I mean, it's a weekly thing. It's a weekly thing. So I did get a head start. So we're doing those drink droids, which you guys have seen. I'm building a second one. So I've got some parts here for the second one. My second one's going to have an orange and black theme. This looks red on camera. Actually, on this camera, it actually looks orange because the color is a little better. So I'm doing an orange and black theme, hence why I have some orange parts here. This is a Prusa Mini PETG orange. Really, really nice filament to work with. So I've got that going. My second one, here I can, let's just take this camera for what it's going to be used for, mobile. And let's show you guys over here. Whoops, I'm limited with my cord space, but over there on the shelf you can see I've got the droids lined up. So the one to the right there, that's the drink droid that I've been working on. And so that one's pretty much almost finished except for getting the transmitter and receiver all hooked up in sync, which I'm working on. Apparently I've got some interruptions happening through my home Wi-Fi, and it's mixing up a lot of my signals in there. So I got to take that outside and try it. But those guys are that's pretty much all done. I'm working on the second one now. So here's the Prusa from behind, printing some more pieces for the second droid. I know I've turned my back and you probably can't hear me because I got the mic over here, but sorry about that. And then, yeah, and that's what's going on. And then I've also started printing it's the next one that's going to happen after I got a head start. It's called the Pipdroid Racer. This one's going to be a little quicker. So this is the base of it. It's a little different design base on this thing. Okay. And then this is this is sort of the top of it so far. So that's going to be the top of it. There's going to be a chair on it, and there's going to be a droid driving this thing with arms moving it back and forth. And it is a very fast one because it uses much larger motors than the existing ones. So, and then over there, just show you what else I got going on in here. Over there, I've got the Prusa Mini, and it looks like it just finished. I am printing that Prusa Mini stand that showed up on the prusaprinters.org site, and it was featured on the Prusa live stream last week. And it's a stand for the Prusa Mini, which encompasses everything, including the spool holder underneath, the power supply, all kinds of things. So it's a pretty cool looking stand for the Prusa Mini. So I'm printing that on the Mini right now, and that's sort of what's going on here. And that second camera is going to kind of make you dizzy. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get right at it. No more chat going on. Good. Only 9 people watching. I think I scared some people away. That's fine. People will come and people will go. That's the nature of the business. And so let's zoom in on this hot end. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to take this hot end here apart. Now, do I have this set up as well as my close-up cam? No, I don't. I've got that one switched there. So I'm going to leave it on this one for now. There we go. So there's the hot end. We're going to start taking that apart. If you guys have any questions, stand look gold with the orange inserts. Yeah, the one I'm printing is actually their new gray PETG for that stand. So anyways, let's start by taking this guy. I'm going to turn the power off on this for now. I'm going to unplug the power, and we're going to remove the hot end cover and see what's under here. And we'll get this quote-unquote all-metal hot end installed. I think it is an all-metal hot end, judging by the throats here that I'm seeing, because the PETG does not look like it's going to go all the way down to the nozzle. So let's get this going. So first thing I'm going to do, and I've never taken one of these apart before. I've never read instructions for taking one of these apart. So I'm winging it. I am totally winging it. So, but it's pretty common sense how to do this because you have a front cover. This should be easy. I've got to take a little grub screw out of this thing and take that filament feeding knob off. Okay. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? Hang on one sec. I'm going to add this second close-up camera because I'm going to give you guys a little different angle of what I'm doing. I'm going to go to this. Bear with me one second, folks. I'm going to go to this close-up camera. And then I'm also going to switch. So you're going to have this view. And then instead of my ugly mutt being right there, this is where I need my keyboard to hit delete. Goodbye, Tim. Goodbye, Tim. You're gone. I'm going to add a different camera here. I'm going to add this one. There we go. Just like that. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, I'm going to give you guys those two camera views here. Hello, Maria, my love of my life, watching from not too far away. Ooh, I wonder where you are. Are you at the sister's house, the sister-in-law's house? Probably. Okay, so we're going to get these grub screws out of this little knob here. Well, I like the two camera views because if my hand's in the way in one of them, not necessarily in the way in both of them. So there we go. And we'll just undo this second one. And this knob should just slide right off. Really nice machined aluminum knob on there. And now I should be able to pull these other two side screws off here, and that should remove this, hopefully remove this cover. As I say, this will be my first time peeking into this hot end of the Kywoo Tycoon, direct drive hot end. One more screw there. Those are tiny little they look like M3 5mm screws. They're cute. I know, cute screws. And if all goes well, this should just slide off. There's no fans, nothing attached to that. Look at that. Now we have an exposed hot end. Here, I'll give you a close-up zoom with this guy. Look, I can get actually very close with that. So, okay, so in here we have our, it's not a BL Touch brand, but it is a BL Touch clone, which they're using for mesh leveling of the bed here. We have our cooling fan, and we have our parts cooling fan is way under here, right on the bottom here. Let's take the skirt off here and see what we got. Or the skirt, the sock. Take our sock off. So now to get at that, and then we have our direct drive extruder. It is an all metal extruder. It's a single gear extruder, so it's not a dual gear, but that would be very easy to upgrade if I needed to. Okay. So I'm going to start by probably have to heat this up to get the nozzle off, no doubt. But I'm going to start by taking that cooling fan off. Where did you go, Mr. Allen Key? Here we are. Maybe. That means yes. Good evening, Critic 482. And good evening, 3D Makers Hub. So let's take off the cooling fan. And this should give me access to these aren't very tight on there at all. They were actually quite loose. So that took off. Taking those two out, dropped the part cooling fan off. So those were screwed into this extruded little aluminum piece here, which is holding the part cooling fan. And there's the fan there. It's got a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see it on the video here, or on the close-up. It's got a little bit of a warp to it there. It's almost like it's been heat damaged. But I'm not going to worry about that for now. And so then we'll take these other top two off of the cooling fan. Okay, these ones are much longer. And I'm guessing, no, those aren't that much longer. Same length. Just took a little longer to unscrew. There we go. Oh, and that's a short one. So I got to remember that the top right screw on the cooling fan is the short one. And we can move the cooling fan out of place, and there we see our heatsink. So that's almost that almost looks similar, a little bit similar to the CR6 thing, but this is kind of unique. So what they've done is they've got the heatsink itself is actually part of the extruder. So that may not be as simple as changing out the extruder to get a dual gear extruder on that. So this heatsink is actually the bottom part of the extruder. So that's kind of that's what's made it very compact and kept it, I guess, lighter than normal, is you've got the extruder and the heatsink built in as one piece. Very cool. But other than that, it's got a standard Creality type hot end down below with a, it looks like, is that a bubble thermistor? Can't tell. No, the thermistor and the, yeah, it is a bubble type thermistor on the side there, I believe. It's just different. Okay, well, I'm going to heat this up. We'll get the nozzle out. I may not have to get the nozzle out to do that, because the nozzle, yeah, I'm going to heat it up to get the nozzle out. So let's do that. Howdy, and Marcel, hello, and hello, Joe. What you doing? I'm putting an all-metal hot end in. Here, I'll just show my ugly mug here while I'm doing this. Put an all-metal hot end in on the Kywoo, and then I'm going to put a flexible build plate on the Kywoo. And we're going to go from there. So let's heat this up. Let's go settings. Continue. No, let's go tools. And let's preheat. But I only want to heat the bed, or the nozzle. Let's preheat the nozzle. And we'll preheat it in 10-degree increments. We'll go up to 210 degrees. There we go. I wanted to take this cover off and show you guys inside here too, but there's a strip bolt down here, and I can't get it out. I have somewhere one of those tools that you use to remove a strip bolt. You put it on your drill, you drill forward for a bit, and then you put the other tool on, you drill backwards, and it removes it, but I don't know where it is. So anyways, we're gonna get these little fans up out of the way. We're gonna let this hot end heat up. Is it heating? Yeah, that is heating. Good. And we'll get that nozzle off. Let's see if my little nozzle tool fits that. I think this is too big. Yeah, that's too big. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty neat little nozzle wrench. It's a torque nozzle wrench, which just tightens it with the right amount of torque. I don't remember where I got that, but anyways, cool tool. But I'm sure I have a wrench in here that will fit to remove this nozzle. Let's just see. And I'm sure it came with one. There we are. That's a little loose. Maybe this one here. Neato. Yes, it is. So remember, if you're here watching and you like what you're seeing, or you're mildly entertained, or you're, at least I've rescued you from a little bit of Sunday night boredom, hit that like button. And if you're new here and you want to see more entertainment, some more builds, some more stuff coming up, just hit that subscribe button. That'd be muchly appreciated. Nope, so this is the wrench right here. Okay, so now normally I need fingernails because I cannot get these tools out. There we go. Now normally what you would do, and I'm going to do it as well, is you need some pliers or a wrench, a spanner wrench to hold the block, which is hot. That hurt. To hold the block while you're turning the nozzle. This has the two little screws that are going up into the heat sink, which is holding it from turning, but I don't want to risk bending those. So I'm going to grab somewhere. Give me 3 seconds, Well, okay, give me 5 seconds. Over on the other side. There we go. I have this cable running down that I got to duck under. I have my little spanner wrench, so I'm going to use this. There we go, and that works. I'm just going to use this to hold this block. I know my hand's right in the way of this other camera. But that's okay. You can sort of see what I'm doing here. No, actually, hang on. Let's move this over this way a bit. There we go. So I'm going to use these to hold this block. There we go, while I turn the nozzle. And the nozzle is heated up. So lefty, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Come on, nozzle. Okay, that nozzle was extremely tight. That was almost too tight. Look at that. My first war wound. Whoa. Courtesy of a tight nozzle. That's still not loosening. That's wrench isn't even moving it. So I need a different nozzle wrench. Wow, that's an odd size. I have 4 different sizes here and none of them fit it. Okay, so let me find. There goes the one camera. I told you I have to be careful crawling under that wire. Just gonna go find a different wrench here, guys. Welcome to live streams. This'll do. I don't know where my other wrench is, but in a pinch. Whenever you're in a pinch, vice grips always work. As long as I don't squeeze the nozzle, because it is brass, but I will put a gentle touch on it. Whoops. You guys can kind of hang on. You know what? This is in your way too of the other camera. Let's move that out of the way. I got to get different camera views and angles for you guys. Okay. Again, my hand's going to be in the way. Wow, this nozzle is crazy tight. There we go. Whoa. Okay, that was overly tightened. And it's heated up, yeah. There we go. And it's hot. There goes my wrench. There we go. Okay, yeah, that nozzle was very, very, very tight. I think that was over-tightened. But anyways, that's my opinion. Fortunately, I'm not putting this nozzle back in because it looks like I did kind of tweak it a bit with my, there we go, with my vice grips. That's okay. So there's a nozzle that came out of there. Whoops. Just a standard, I believe, M6 brass nozzle. I guess I could put my hand in behind to focus on this camera. There it is. Okay. Okay, nozzle's out. I can turn this off, let that cool down a bit. Because now there's going to be 2 little set screws, 2 little screws underneath that are holding the block into the heat sink. And I just have to guess which size. Those look like they're M3s. So my 2mm should work. Small torque wrench. Throwaway. Yes, that is a throwaway nozzle. Yep. So let's being careful. Let's loosen. Oh, man. Wonder if they use Loctite or something in these things. Because this is extremely tight as well. Let me come in from this side. Holy crap! That's why they give you the all-metal hot end kit. You can't get anything off to put it on. Holy crap, those are tight. Okay, there's one of them. Whew. Don't use that to put nozzle back on. Find a socket. Oh, I have one. I'll find one. I will. If I can get this hot end off, because that was stupid tight. There's one. And that's just an M3 15 millimeter or something, which is still a little hot, but not bad. But boy, I don't know if I can get that other one out. Let it cool off a bit more. The heat's probably expanded that a bit, but still, I've pulled them off hot before, and it's never been that bad. Never. Right threaded nozzles. Yeah. Try heating it to 230 to 240. Well, it should cool. These ones here should not have any effect. As a matter of fact, as this cools, it should compress or expand. I don't know. Let me try it. If I can't get this off, I'll heat it up again. There it comes. There we go. Yeah, I think cooling it off helped, because it's kind of weird, because you heat them up and it's going to cause everything to expand, and it could have expanded the aluminum block around, or whatever it is, around the screw. There it is. And it's cooled off pretty good. Yeah, okay, good. So there we go. So the block is still a bit hot. I'll probably have to, oh no, that's got lots of play in this to take that block out, so. And there we are. I don't even have to remove the thermistor or the heat cartridge. Got to be careful, the block's still hot in a couple spots, but as you can see right here, it does have the, can you see it on this other camera here? If I hold this up on the left there. Yeah, so it's got the, oh, that is a little warm yet. It's got the ball style thermistor on it, and it's got your standard heater cartridge on it. So very similar to a, or very, probably a Creality clone, high-end clone. So let's see. So it's definitely not an all-metal hot end in there. You can see the Bowden tube right there. Matter of fact, I can probably push this Bowden tube. No, not right through, but so let's go ahead and pull this out. Yeah. So we're going to unscrew this. Hold the block. And I'm going to need something to turn this with. Solid shaft. Shouldn't take much to get this out. Wow. Everything in here is very tight. There's no filament or anything in there holding that in, so that should not be that tough to get out. That is in there extremely tight. That's okay. High temp Loctite, yeah. This is crazy. Let me try gripping it down here. Nope. Not worried about damaging this throat because I've got a new one to put in. But I don't like how tight that is. Well, let's take it right off. I'm going to have to take this right off and try and figure out how to get that. I may just have to put a whole new block in there too. Oh, look. The heater cartridge screw was really loose. Yeah, it figures that's a different size wrench. That's a 2.5 millimeter. And there's a thermistor ball. Can't keep watching as your wife keeps yelling. That's what she said after everything you said. They didn't want me to take it apart. No, so I've already damaged the throat. But these two pieces should not be too difficult to get apart. Yeah, there sometimes is filament jammed in it, but this has hardly been used. And it's almost like I can see a little coloring around the edge there. It's almost like there's some sort of a compound in there that they've put in there to keep it tight. But anyways, I'm going to have to squeeze the crap out of this. Now, see if I can salvage the block. Nope. Wow. Y'all hear that ding? I don't know where that went. Oh, there it is. Oh. Whew. This is crazy. This is crazy. Well, okay, I'll do it. This is crazy hot, crazy tight. I'll heat it up though. It's the only thing I can think of is that. Let me heat the stupid thing up and see. There should. Yeah, smash that like button, and if you don't like what I'm doing, don't smash it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I can handle any criticism in town. If you want me to make anything rhyme, I'm happy to do it all the time. Let's throw the cartridge in here. Make me a liar. I'll heat it up and it's going to come off real easy. You watch, but my gut tells me it's not gonna. So let's do it. Plus, you guys get the opportunity to possibly see me burn myself again. So don't complain. I should not be using my flex build plate as a tool stand, but then I did get 2 of them. So okay, that's tool. I know I'm a tool. Preheat nozzle. Go to 240 degrees. Let's make it real dangerous to touch. Okay, 18 people on. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody watching. Cheers. This is just pure water. So, for those of you who have just joined us, I am attempting to remove and replace the hot end on this thing. Is that heating up? Yeah, that's heating up. I'm attempting to replace the hot end, but I cannot get the now damaged and mutilated throat out of the heat block. So we're going to heat it up and see if that helps. And then I have spare parts to put in, which is an all-metal hot end. Fortunately, they gave me a new nozzle. And they've given me 2 throats. And gee, go figure, look. A heat throat with, come on, focus camera, with, well, I don't know what you want to call that, but a place to actually put a wrench or pliers around to get a grip on it, unlike the one I'm trying to take off. So, and these ones are definitely going to be all metal because as you can see, the Bowden tube is not going to come down all the way to touch the nozzle. So basically the Bowden tube is going to rest at the top here, right on the top here, and it's never going to come down. So you're just going to get from basically this whole thing is just going to hold filament. So that is definitely classified as an all-metal hot end. So there we go. Okay, we are at 240 degrees. Let's see if I can get a grip. Can't get any much of a tighter grip with the vice grips than that. Here's the block, and here we go. Okay, it is turning, although it is still pretty tight. But it's turning. Okay, I think I got it. Actually, I've got it loose now. Okay, heating it up helped, but it's still ridiculously tight. I just hope, there we go. I just hope it wasn't cross-threaded. Whew. Okay, I'll turn that off. There we go. But I'm pretty sure that this little guy right here is not going to see, let's see, come on. This little guy right here is not going to see the inside of another 3D printer, unfortunately. He's a little damaged. And I think after this experience, I might be a little damaged too. Whew. There we go. Okay, let that cool off, and we will put this sucker back together. Somewhere I have some thermal paste. I'm going to have to remember to put thermal paste on it. Yeah, that cooled off pretty quick. So this is what I took off, and those are dents from my vice grips. But you'll see this throat has nothing to grip on, and that was in there ridiculously tight. There's no, almost looks like there's a bit of rust on the tip of that. You can see that little bit of discoloration. There's no reason for that to be in there so tight. So, as I say, I'm hoping it wasn't cross-threaded. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, I'm not going to get that Bowden tube out because that's pinched in there forever. So, garbage. Right there. That block is still a bit hot. Meanwhile, I'm going to go look and see if I have some thermal paste. I'm pretty sure I do. Hey, Jerry. How are you? It turns purple. You're squeezing it too hard. I'm not going to go there. Somebody else is going to say it before me. So, nice one, Kieran. I do. There we go. Oh, I lost the tail to my little racer rocket guy over there somehow. There I have a tube of thermal paste, which goes on the piece going into the zoomer thingy, I think. Yeah, I think that's where it's used. It's used up on here, going into here, into here. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to let that cool off a bit. Meanwhile, in the background, I got my FL Sun Q5 printing. I'm going to set it to print again. Track, confirm. You don't hear it printing because it's a pretty silent printer, actually. It's not bad. But that is just doing nothing all day but printing these little guys, which are the track pieces for the droids we're building. So, just going like the Energizer Bunny. 2 of my other printers have stopped. Thermal paste not needed. It's not a CP. Okay, cool. Then I don't need thermal paste. Good. I'll put it away because this stuff's messy. Be gone. But I will be hot tightening it. So the old nozzle's no good. Crap. Gone. Okay, so this guy is basically like that. There we go. Okay. No, he didn't go like that. He went in like this guy. Yeah. Okay, so let's just start going here. This is almost cooled off. Not quite cooled off to the touch, but you know what? If I just do this, we're going to get this guy going in. Now, hopefully this will tell me if it was cross-threaded. No, that goes in nicely. Okay, so we're going to screw this guy in here. We're going to put the nozzle in. We're going to leave some space from the nozzle so we can hot tighten it. This is a 0.4 millimeter. I'm assuming it's, I don't know, stainless steel? I don't know. It's what they sent with the all-metal hot end kit. Okay, so I'm just going to leave about, you can see here on the other camera, I'm just going to leave a little bit, it's about a millimeter and a half or so gap there. And this wrench does fit. So it's even a different size nozzle for that because my nozzle wrench does fit that. So I'm going to torque that nozzle shut right now a little bit, but not overly tight. And then I'm going to hot tighten it. So this has places actually to grip that. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to slide this back up. Still pretty warm, a little warm. I should be waiting, but you know what? This is live. I don't want to make you guys wait. Plus, it's more entertaining to watch me possibly burn myself. So don't try this at home, kids. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to throw these. I'm wondering if I should replace these. These were tight. The one of them felt like it was stripping, but no, it actually looks pretty good. These 2 screws here. That's what came out. That's what's holding the nozzles into the heat block. Burn. Nobody. You've burned yourself a few times, Larry, Jerry? Larry. I called you Larry. I don't know why I called you Larry. Larry, Jerry. Okay, start the one. Let's start the other one. There we go. Okay. These are kind of snug going in. It's no wonder I had a little bit of difficulty getting them out. Maybe easier if I do this. I hug the printer. There it goes. Okay. There we go. Let me put the fan back in, short screw top right, if my memory serves me correctly, which I'm sure it does. And there, found the hole. Be nice, guys. So exciting news for those of you who don't know or haven't heard. I'm going to be custom building a printer. A big printer. You should have fireproof fingers by now. Well, the tips of these fingers are pretty much numb. Like, they're done. The tips of my fingers are pretty much dead anyways from ice diving. I don't know if you guys have ever ice dived. I'm sure you haven't, but where you actually get in scuba gear, get in a dry suit, you go under a frozen lake. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it is fun. Tips of the fingers on me are what get it all the time. And I swear I've gotten frostbite on all my fingertips. So yeah, so they've had some use and abuse in the past. So, and this guy sat up here. Let's see. There's nothing. Oh, is that to reference? Is that to hold the fan here? Must be. The part cooling fan went up under here. Oh, that must just be the limiter there. There we go. And then it's going to be held in with these two long screws. It's kind of interesting the way they've designed that. And the other one. Very, very light components, which you want on a direct drive hot end. Extremely light, and especially the way they've combined the heat sink with the extruder. Although it does make it a very custom made thing. So if I ever want to replace the extruder on this, I'm sure I'm going to have to buy the extruder from Kywoo unless somebody else is making a generic brand of this. But okay, so that puts all the components back together. So we'll heat it up before we put the sock and the cover on. Just to make sure we can hot tighten that nozzle. There we go. Promise no more burns. No more burning. Scuba Tim. Yeah, that's what they call me. I miss scuba diving. How old am I, Jerry? I'm older than you. You know you never ask a woman. Oh, I'm not a woman. It's okay to ask a guy that question. I was born in 1962. So you can do the math. Yeah, I love to scuba dive. I've made it pretty high in the rankings. I'm technically an instructor. I'm a master scuba diver trainer, which means I can instruct scuba divers to become master scuba divers. So, but I haven't taught in a while. COVID caused the shop I used to work with to close down, which is sad. But and I haven't been in the water in a while, but I want to get back in the water. I have a dry suit. We do a lot of cold water diving. All my training was in cold water. I got my instructor rating in cold water, so cold water don't scare me. But just got to get back into it. Hopefully this summer. That makes you older than me, apprentice? Ah, okay. I used to be you were 12 when I was born. Okay, well, hey, then I feel like a spring chicken here. Talk to my wife. I'm an old man, but that's all right. Oh, I guess I better heat it up if that's what the intention was here. We'll heat it up to 240 again just to tighten that nozzle on. There we go. Meanwhile, the ever-reliable Q5 has started printing again. So I'll discuss just sort of, I may get back into it. You guys may have some ideas. I don't know if Brian from the First Layer is going to show up on the stream or not tonight, but he said he might. I'm having an issue with my Flashforge Creator 3. I don't know if anybody out there is familiar with the Flashforge. This is the Creator 3. I'm going to move this other camera. So this is it right here. Let me zoom out. There we go. So that's my Flashforge Creator 3 right there. It's an IDEX printer, independent dual extruder, fully enclosed, beautifully made, extremely well-made printer. 2 direct drive extruders, enclosed filament holders, everything like that. The issue I'm having is it doesn't have the best. Let's just zoom in on this thing a bit here now. It doesn't have the best Z height compensation built into it in the world, and I can't get it to work. I upgraded the firmware recently, which is apparently a stable new firmware. When I go to print, I'm about half a millimeter, quarter millimeter too high off the bed, and it's got a compensation in there, but it doesn't do anything. You know, you try and move the nozzle down by lowering the Z height, and it doesn't do anything. I even went the opposite way in case it was flipped, but it doesn't do anything. So that's the issue I'm having with that, is trying to figure that out. What I'm going to do tonight or whenever is I've got to start from scratch, reset the factory, basically do the bed leveling. Apparently they've got 9-point leveling in there now, which doesn't work so well, but anyways. Do I think you can use a Creality thermistor on a Geetek? I don't know, Matt. I'm not sure. Kieran, you were born in 62 as well. Hey, cool. We might very well be twins. No. Okay, so we're heated up to 240. This is a really cool tool. It's basically a torque wrench made for nozzle tightening. This one, particular one, has a 7 millimeter head on it, and it's basically, you can just put any socket wrench you want on it, and this is what does all the magic. So I'm going to hold the heater block. Okay, I can't get in there quite like that, so I'm going to just sort of sneak it from the front here. Then I'm going to torque it, and you're going to hear a click, click. There we go. Okay, that nozzle's hot tightened. There we go. We're going to put the sock back on. See if I can burn my finger putting the sock on. Nope. It's not all the way on, though. Come on. Get on in the back. Get up. Get up. There we go. Wow. That covers like 90% of the nozzle, this sock. There we go. Done. Now we'll put the cover on. I think these wires got to come up a little bit tighter. There we go. Stopping. Oh, I think that's just got to pull a little more to the front. These wires are a bit snug here. Or were they off to the side? I don't know. Ah, there we go. Just had to find that sweet spot. Okay. Something's not right here. Hold on. Something's not right here. Oh, tell me I had it upside down. Every time you do a PID tune, it gives you too high of numbers for PID. That's odd. I have to look up the PID instructions again because it's been a while for me since I've done PID tuning. Are you sure you want to take advice from a guy who couldn't even get the cover on the proper way? Although I figured it out eventually. Got it on. Yay. Got it on. I just had it upside down. For your entertainment purposes, live from Canada. Okay. Man, these are tiny. These are tiny screws for a guy with chubby fingers. Yay. I'm just gonna, whoops, that fell right down. I gotta get some tweezers. I'm having a hard time finding that hole. Ah, crap. Where did that go? Anyways, I got lots of screws, but I want to find that before I print over it. Come on, get in the hole. Get in the hole. Isn't that what every golfer says? Get in the hole. I need magnetic Allen keys. Come on, just bite. There we go. Whew. That was a task and a half. Ah. Arr. See, if this wasn't live, I'd make it look so easy because I could have 50 takes and I just edit out the 49 that looked stupid. But I like live because it's honest and it shows we're all human. There. Ah, 3 should be good enough to hold it on right now. Where's that 4th one? There it is. That was easy. Here. Doop, doop. There it is. There we go. We are almost all back together. One more important piece. Filament knob. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow makers. Hot and done. Let's do the bed. This should be easy. Let's see any smart-ass comments. Take any screwdriver, Allen wrench, rub it on magnets like 20 times in a circle. We'll magnetize them. Good to know. DWIT 3D Canada, read above. Yeah, live and raw is the best. Live and raw is the best. Yes, I agree. And I know, Jerry, you're referring to your other one, but that's what we'll do. And I know that. But that wouldn't be as entertaining for you guys. Okay, so first thing we do, we're going to get rid of the glass. I'm going to be putting these high-tech glass bed clips up for sale on eBay, give you guys advance notice. So I'm going to start the bidding at $5 a piece. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'll give you guys a sale in advance. Okay. That'll go down there with my other build surfaces. We are going to thoroughly clean this bed with 99% IPA. And this is 99% because this is the stuff that I get from one of my sign suppliers. Look at that, right on the top of the bottle, 99% isopropyl alcohol. And somewhere on there, there's a warning, don't drink it. So it doesn't get much purer than that. $5 US or US, of course. Come on, everything on here is US non-fam. You got a problem with your big TV and the bolts falling in holes. Magnets are, I love magnets. You would not believe how many magnets I have here. I'm attracted to magnets. Get it? So you see what I did there? Okay, so first thing we're going to do is take the magnetic build surface. There we go. Going to make sure that there's no dust that's going to transfer. Now, the way I put these on, and this comes from me being in the sign business, so I don't just peel the whole thing off and go for it. I start peeling it here. Here, let's have some fun watching with this camera. Can I zoom out? There we go. So I'll start peeling in the corner here. I find it easier to take a knife. There we go. There we go. Then I'll peel back about an inch or two on the front. Okay, and then just sort of give it a bit of a crease there. Hang on, my printer's off kilter here. There we go. Is this level? Yeah. Then I'll lay it down. Oh, it's the other way. Okay, obviously make sure I get the right way. Doesn't matter which way. I'll square up these two corners here. I'll hold it in place. Then I'll get this one lead edge down. That way I know it's perfectly straight and square on there, and I'm not going to have any bubbles. I haven't skewed it or anything like that. I don't have any squeegees with me. I have felt squeegees that I use in the sign business and stuff, but so for now, I'm just going to use my hands, but then I'll peel this up a little bit at a time, and then I'll just rub it down a little bit at a time, just making sure it's even. That way I get no air bubbles. Then I'll peel the rest of it up here, just like this. That's going down even, not going to get any dirt, not getting any air bubbles underneath. And then right to the end. There we go. Easiest way to do that. Nice and clean. Clean, smooth as a baby's bottom. I'll give it another quick wipe with the IPA just to get any dirt off of that. There we go. Now we get to peel, rubbing. I'm not going there. It's not a service I offer. We're going to use the IPA and clean the back side of this flex build plate. It's got a little bit of residue on it, but nothing that's going to affect the surface leveling. And then we're just going to peel that off. We have a brand new PEI, high temperature PEI build service to work with. And we just plop her down. Bang. That's a nice sound. And we'll give this a wipe. And it should be good. I don't think, unlike the Wham Bams, I don't think I need to steel wool this surface. We're going to see. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we're going to level it. See. LMAO, yes, like a pro. Rub and tug like a pro. I've done that a few times. Okay, whoa. I've put surfaces on a few times, and I've squeegeed, and I've mounted things a whole. This stream is going nowhere. I'm glad I'm not a monetized channel yet, because who knows what that would do to my minimal revenue income from monetizing if I start talking like this. Anyways, our hot end's still warm. Let's heat our bed up here, because I don't believe these guys level with a warm bed, and they should. Okay, we're going to heat the bed up to 60. Hot end, I'm going to pop back down to 220, 210. Okay, then we're going to go back. We're going to go back. We're going to go settings. We're not going to go settings. We're going to go tools, and we are going to go auto level. Now the bed's warming up pretty quick. Hot end is already warm. There we go. Let's get this baby leveled. Level with the hot bed. Yeah, it's heating up. You know, I'll do it again once it's heated up. But I'm kind of, and I can compensate with yeah, you're right, Jerry. Bed's at 40. We're going to print. I've already ripped a file. I'm just using a profile in Simplify 3D that I downloaded from the community for this printer. I haven't gotten around to making my own profile yet. So I'm going to be printing 1/3 of the skirt for the other the BR2U droid that I'm making. I'm going to be printing it in. Where did I put it? Probably right underneath this guy. Matter 3D, great PLA. Matter 3D, white PLA, which this isn't. I have a roll of white PLA around here somewhere. I'll find it. Aha. Right here. Yes, you will notice I don't always keep my PLA in bags in the boxes because we don't have a moisture problem here. I keep a lot of PLA out in the air. As a matter of fact, I don't really have issues. So, okay. Bed leveling's finished. We're heated up to 60. So what I'm going to do, just for your entertainment purposes anyways, is I'm going to do the auto level again now that the bed is warmed up. Bed's at 58. Do it again. So yeah, kids, children watching, make sure you heat your bed up to at least operating temperature when you do your auto level. Nozzle, not so critical in this step because I'm using a BL Touch. But yeah, you want the bed heated up so that when it heats up, it expands to its actual printing temperature. Theoretically, I should heat the bed up higher because I do intend to run some PET-G on this sometimes, and PET-G runs a little hotter bed than PLA. 85 degrees on my PET-G for my Prusa Mini. What's on the Delta? The Delta is printing. You can actually see that behind there. Yeah, the Delta's printing these things. Let me grab one. Oh, right here. The Delta's printing these things, which is the track pieces for the droids. One at a time. I'm not having any luck printing multiple pieces of this. This is being printed in TPU. And by the way, that Delta is printing TPU beautifully. And that Delta has a really long Bowden tube system, so you can print TPU in a Bowden system. This is the what brand? This is Ninja Tech Cheetah TPU 98A. Yeah. And it prints really well, nice and flexible for the tracks. Printing it with 10% infill, 3 perimeters, 3 top, 3 bottom layers. So yeah, printing them one at a time. And basically that's making these things. So these tracks for the droids. And they're held together with pins. So yep. Okay, we are all leveled. And I believe there's not even a button to store this. I believe it should store it automatically. So let's home the printer. Get some filament going in it. I believe this should home to the middle. We'll start loading some filament. Need my tweezers, my snippers. Purple TPU to print the tracks with. Purple, that'd be cool. Oh, don't let the end of the filament go. I think I lucked out there. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm going to raise my Z up. No, I don't want to home the Z. I want to raise the Z. Come on. Okay, let's get some filament loaded. So we have a filament sensor in this printer. So we're going to go through the filament runout sensor, straight into the Bowden, into the, there we go, into the direct drive feeder, and we'll turn that down until we hit the nozzle. Now I like to feed it through here. There's my filament, and we will load filament, confirm. And we are loading filament. Look at that. It's coming out like just like a tap, spewing water. Okay, come on, focus on this. There we go. We'll do that again. Load. Nice flow out of that new nozzle. Perfect. Confirm. Okay. We're loaded. Let's print that file. Okay, here. Let me see if I can give you guys a close-up of the menu here. Oh, without all the reflection. Hold on. This is an art in itself. There we go. Wonder if I want to make this full screen. Let's do this. There we go. There's the menu on the Kywoo Tycoon. Okay, so we have, in case you guys didn't see the build when I did this, we have the option to print, which is going to bring up all the files on the SD card. I have to reformat that SD card. It's taking forever to load when I do that. Okay, and then we have our settings menu. I don't know what the continue menu does. There's really nothing under there. Oh, I guess it's taking me to the print menu when I go to the continue menu. Look at that. Why isn't that focusing? Okay, well, I learned something new. So we can control the fan. There's Wi-Fi settings, there's the language settings, there's the about settings, and there's the motor off settings for releasing the stepper motors. And then we have our tool menu, which we have preheat, extrusion, move, home, whoops, auto leveling, filament, more. Under the more menu, under the more menu, there's nothing really other than blank icons. They don't do anything. Oops, it homes. Okay, it's homing I just push that button and it's homing my x-axis. Oh, it's homing everything. It's homing everything. It wouldn't do anything last time. Look at that. I guess that more menu, all those keys are homing everything. Anyways, once that's finished homing again, which I didn't intend to do. Oh, and for those of you who are interested, there's what's going on the Delta. This is the FL Sun Q5. No, it's not the Prusa Mini. I printed my own custom Prusa Mini plate, so that's why it's up there. That's the old one. And this is the FL Sun Q5 Delta, printing those droid track pieces. Okay, let's go back over here. We'll come up to this, and we're going to print. I don't like the delay on this thing. It takes forever to load. Come on. There we go. And we'll scroll through my files. I think the one I'm printing is on the very last page. And it is called Skirt A. And we'll confirm. Okay, there we go. Zoom back out here and we'll see what happens. Watch this thing start its print. I'm going to grab my tweezers, get rid of some of this drool. Okay. Behave for me. Be nice. Make me look good. Now we're just heating to 265. I got the build plate going at 65, and I've got the filament. I thought I had my first layer going at 220, but it's going at 210. Now, this filament, they say to run a little hotter. I'm not. I've run this on another printer, and I had pretty good luck running this at 210. So I'm going to leave it at 210 and see how it works on this printer with this all-metal hot end. So, okay. Is this auto leveling again before the print? Okay. Must be something built into the G code for the profile that I downloaded from the community for the for this printer, because there we go. Come on. I didn't realize it was going to auto level again before, but that's okay, I suppose. Why is my camera not focusing? There we go. No, I didn't reslice the model. This is PLA, so I shouldn't have any problem with retraction. Oh, as far as the direct drive or the all-metal hot end? Which one? I'm assuming that whoever created the profile has got the retraction set for a proper PLA profile for this particular printer being a direct drive printer. Okay, come on, you're done leveling. Let's go. I just want you to start printing. Oh, it lowered the temperature to 170 to do the probing, so there was no nozzle leakage. Okay, fair enough. I like when they do that. That's the same thing that the Prusa Mini does, and that's the same thing that my CR6 SE does. So whoever created the G code thought of that. That's good. So we'll just get this started, and then we will see where we're at. What are we at? We are at 7:20. Oh, we've been an hour and a half already. Wow. All that just to do this. How exciting. Okay, here we go. We've got movement. I always like to get my little snots off before it starts. There we go. Now we'll get ready on the live Z adjust in case I have to adjust that. So we're going to go option, baby step. Let's see where we're at. We got purging happening, which is good. Okay. We're a little bit low. Interesting. We're quite a bit low. Now we're starting. We're very low. Wow. I gotta stop this. No, we got no filament coming out. Nothing coming out. We weren't low. I thought we were low. We were low to begin with, but now there's no filament coming out. I think I need to increase the temperature. And I don't know why it's printing way back in the corner of the bed. The bed size is built right. Again, I just went off a profile that I downloaded. Let's see if I can get this off. The bed size is right in the slicer. I have it in the middle of the bed in the slicer. Let's go back to heat this up again. We'll get it. I know it looks terrible. I know, and it's not centered. I don't know why. I'm going to figure that out. Let me see if I can't gently get that little first layer off of there. Oh yeah, the build plate's okay. I thought it damaged the build plate, but it didn't. I just want to see if it's going to feed filament. It was feeding filament fine, but now it's not. So maybe something in the profile is off, though, obviously, if that's not printing in the center of the bed. Although I don't care if it prints in the center. I got to fix that, obviously, because if I run anything bigger, it's going to run off the edge of the bed. But there we go. But it definitely shouldn't be printing back there. I just don't. I'm not right at my keyboard and main computer, so to reslice that file. But I just want to find out why it's not feeding filament. Let me just see if it's going to load some more filament for me first. Okay. Okay, so there's a jam. Wow. There is a jam somewhere. Let's see where. Doesn't look like it. A clog on a brand new hot end, brand new throat, brand new nozzle. Let's see what's going on here. It's loaded again. There it goes. So it's flowing fine. Dun, dun, dun. No, there's no tangle. It's no. Let's do that once more just to make sure it's feeding okay. It's feeding fine. Okay, I'm going to print once more. I'll figure out the center of the bed thing after. I'll figure out the center of the bed thing after. But right now I just want to get filament printing. I don't know what caused it to jam. I'm going to have to lower that baby stepping quite a bit. But we'll see. We'll see, the auto level should take care of that. So let's see what happens. We're going to do the auto level again. Season it. Yeah, olive oil on fingers to lube it. Yeah, I got the selection, the Z offset setting in the window right now, but it was jammed or something in there, or clogged. I don't know. Shouldn't have clogged. Brand new throat, brand new nozzle. It was tight and fine. Shouldn't be any heat creep. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens again. Always on live streams. Too close to the bed caused a clog. Yeah, that's true. And I think it was a bit close to the bed to begin with. So if anything, I'm going to start it a little higher this time, but we'll see what happens. My Z is minus 1.11. Okay, let's switch over. See what happens this time. Don't like those little guys. There we go. Is it just me or does everybody like to? Anyways, I'm anal that way. I'm gonna have to check out the slicer and see why it's so far off the center of the bed. It homes and everything fine, so That's just something in the G code. Okay, The Apprentice, thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Red wheel's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, see, now it's going to heat to 220. There we go. Okay, let's get ready on the baby stepping. And go. Go. There we go. Focus. Focus. Come on. There you go. Okay, we definitely got to baby step this thing. Even the purge line is too high. Okay, nothing's coming out again. Hang on. See, there's no filament coming out. Filament's not even moving. Wow. No. It's not even pulling filament. It's not tangled. No. Stop. Not even pulling filament. So there's something going on in the hot end. Something going on in the hot end. Not pulling filament through at all. Although the filament seemed to be flowing through fine. Okay. Let's heat it up again and see what's going on here. 220, 200. Pardon me? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We're not printing any filament.
Uncle Tim.
Just
I need to say hit the like button.
come here and say it. Come here and say it. I have a special guest coming in to say something to everybody. Look right up over there and say it.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and soar.
Thank you. You heard him. Hit that like button and subscribe. Sure. And sword. So, we have nothing going on here. Extrusion. In. Now my extrusion buttons aren't even working. Well, if at first you don't succeed, reboot the machine. You're wondering if the wires are jammed in the tension arm? I don't think so. No. Just going to heat it up again here. Hasn't really cooled down much either, so it's still at 190. Huh. Tension arm's moving fine. Let me take that off and have a look. We'll try it without the cover, since there's no fan or anything attached to that cover. Let's just take this cover off and see if anything visual is going on. I doubt it. Get that later. Okay. Let's just go topless. See what's happening. Okay. So the filament's going down the path, no problem. We're heated up. Let's see if I can extrude filament now. Extruder's moving, no filament. We got a jam down here somewhere. Okay. Well, let me Yeah, it's coming out. I'm just going to pull it out and see what's going on here. So it looks like, I don't know if you can see that in the camera here at all. It looks like it's like a little bulge there. So it almost looks like it's bulging up in that throat. And I'm wondering if there's some heat creep going up to that throat causing the filament to bulge. You know what I mean? There's not obviously not a clog in there, because now I'll be able to feed it. Let's just put it back in here. The gap between the nozzle and the heat break. I don't know. I tightened it. I tightened the nozzle against the heat break pretty good. I'll check it in a minute. But if there was a gap between the nozzle and the heat break, I wonder if I would. I wonder. You know. Well, let me check that. You know what? While I got this heated up and this is off, let me pull the filament here. I'll just check that, because that's a possibility. Looking at this piece that came out, there is a tiny, it's hard to see on the camera, but there's a tiny bump right there. And that could just be between the nozzle and the heat break, where it just flares out that tiny little bit, preventing it from pushing through. So let's just have a look and see if that possibly could be the reason. I have to motor off. There we go. Let's take this apart while it's warm and have a look. Yeah, I know it's still on, running, but I live life dangerously. Here, let me get you guys in a little closer here while I do this. There we go. Let's pull the sock off of there. This is going to drop the part cooling fan as well. Okay. I'll just get the nozzle off, and then we will pull that back out and just go through that again. Perhaps I didn't seat the nozzle properly. Okay. Gotta be careful when you do that. You don't short your motor. Short your... Anyways, I want to move the Z-axis up a little higher. There we go. Just got to be really careful here. There we go. Okay, nozzle. Go up a little higher. And I'm just going to take these out while they're hot. There we go. Now I can turn this off. Okay, we'll give this one shot and then put the nozzle in first, back it out half a turn, tighten the heat brake all the way down to the nozzle, heat up the heater. Yeah, okay. I did that backwards before, but I thought it was right up to the nozzle, but I could have been wrong. Could have been wrong. There we go. I believe this one where did that other little wrench go I had? Here it is. Okay, we got the throat backed out. Nozzle's cooled off. Okay, so we'll put the nozzle in. All the way, back it off half a turn. Love the shirt. You like the shirt? Haha. Okay, we're going to back the nozzle off half a turn. Okay. Now we'll tighten this guy in. So he is tightened in against the nozzle. If I can get my wrench off. There we go. Okay, so that's definitely butted up against the nozzle. Guaranteed. I might be able to do this. It's going to let it cool off a bit more, but this might work. I have unplugged the power. Yes, so I'm not going to do any damage to myself. There we go. Yeah, it should be going in a little easier than that. Hey, Mark. Hello, Mr. Mark. There we go. There we go. Let's heat it up. Meanwhile, oh, top layer failed on that one. Am I out of filament? Nope. I'm going to get close. That's my first failure on that in about 80 pieces. Odd. That failed on the top layer, first time in about 80 pieces. I'll take it. Hey, Mika Steve. Were you on earlier? I didn't see you. Okay, well, let's heat this up. Try this again. Heat it up, hot tighten it. Give it another shot. It's definitely against the throat now, for sure. I guess I can put these back meantime. I'll wait till I hot tighten it, and I'll put the sleeve on, or the skirt on before I put the sock on before I put the park cooling fan on. It's easier to put this on. Okay, we are heated. There it is. $220. Definitely tight. Hot tightened. Okay. Okay. I'm not even going to put that knob back on yet, or the cover. I just want to see what happens. I want to see what happens when the filament goes in. In case I got to take it apart again later. So filament down to that point. This sort of has an auto feed feature. So right now I'm just putting the filament down to this point. I'm not even going to assist it in. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go filament and load. Confirm. So there, we're auto-loading the filament now. Okay, and we have filament coming out. Not a problem at all there. Let's do one more auto-load. So it's feeding fine. What's happening, Mark? We're just, we put a all-metal hot end in the Kywoo Tycoon. We put a flexible build plate on it. And now we're just troubleshooting to find out why. I'm going to do that one more time. It's feeding filament now, but when I go to print, it's not. It's like it's taking the time to build up in the throat and getting clogged. But let's just see now. Let's go to a print. We'll leave this naked as it is to see what happens. Confirm. Here we go. Okay. Let's see what happens. Man, I'm having the opposite of oozing issues. It's just, I'd rather it ooze than this. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Maybe not tonight, but I'll figure it out. I'm almost 8 o'clock, almost 2 hours in. There's no reason this shouldn't work at this point. There's no reason. I just want to snug this grub screw down a little before it falls out. There we go on me. And this one here. Last thing I want is those to fall out on the build plate and get caught under the nozzle. I'll put this back in later. But let's zoom in. Let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, guys, going to work or is it not? I haven't tried a cold pull. It's a brand new hot end. So there should not be any junk or nothing in there. We just put the hot end on. Well, we got ooze happening right now, which is good. So it's coming through. I can probably even force it to... Yeah, we got a little bit of ooze happening. We're just waiting for the heat. We're waiting for the bed to heat up. 65. Let's see what happens. 46. Meanwhile, over on the ever reliable Prusa, I have a plate of drives for the droids, drive gears. Look at these good prints. You know, reliable printer through and through, that Prusa. Reliable. And it's still oozing, which is good. It wasn't doing that before, come to think of it. So that might have been the issue. Dominic, yes. That might have been the issue, Dominic, and I think I did that backwards. Rookie mistake. But hey, that's what my channel is all about. Honestly, it's all about learning from mistakes. So, where'd that other little screw go? There it is. There we go. But let's just see what happens. 4 more degrees. The beds take so long to heat up. Oh, I was mentioning before. I'll mention it when I'm done this. I want to get this printing. I'll worry about the printing off center a little later. That's probably a simple slicer thing. I'm not overly worried about that right now. That's easy to fix. Spider webs everywhere. They're not spider webs, it's filament webs. Okay. We should start up any second now. Here we go. Fingers crossed, everybody. PLA melted from the sun, yes. The Prusa Mini files for the base comes pre-sliced or not. Yeah, either or. I got the pre-sliced ones because I'm using Prusa Pet G, Prusa Mint Pet G, and that's what I've been printing. I've got another one ready here. I'll go grab it in a second, actually. It just finished not long ago. Let's see if I can reach it. Oh, come on. Get this body over here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's the last 2 pieces I printed right here. Stringing is not too bad with this filament, actually. It's doing pretty good. So these are the last 2 pieces that just came off. I've been using Vision Miner. Nanopolymer adhesive. And I'm using it even on the textured bed on the Prusa Mini, and it's working incredible. I've not had a corner so much as budge and lift. I love that NPA. I'll be doing a video regarding the nanopolymer adhesive in the near future, and I'll even be doing a giveaway for it, courtesy of the folks over at Vision Miner. So stay tuned. Okay, let's go. We just have to heat the hot end up here for its post-leveling heating upping thingy-doober. And if this doesn't work, well, I'm going to have to troubleshoot this, but if this doesn't work, there's an issue, definitely an issue with the hot end. I have one more throat that they gave me, but it shouldn't be an issue. It really should not be an issue. Although it's not oozing anymore, so but it did cool down to do the leveling. In all fairness, let's see what happens here. Let me go to the baby step, because I'm pretty sure I have to lower the baby stepping. I just want to see filament come out, though. And it is pulling filament. There we go. Okay, we got filament coming. I got to lower the baby step. Definitely good. Yep. Too high. There we go. We have filament. Just a little bit high yet. Minus 1.8. I think we're good. No, a little high yet. Is this not doing a skirt? Let's pull this. Something's going on here. Wow. It's there's something going on in this hot end for sure. Yeah. Either that or this bed is that bad. Yeah, this bed is way off level. This bed is way off level. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy. Goes way off level, right over here. Nah, crap. Issues. It's laying down fine in one spot here. It's laying down fine here. And then it goes way off level. It's laying down fine right here, and it's laying down fine right here. We've got some really bad spots on this bed. Yep. So, wow. Ugly. Maybe the red knob was the problem, yeah. How long does a bottle of the Nano last you? I've thought about it. The price, it goes a long way, actually. I coated my entire Prusa Mini bed with it, and it wasn't that much. I've coated, let's put it this way, I've coated Prusa Mini bed twice with it. Let me find the bottle, since I can't do much with this printer right now. So if you see here, you can see in the picture how much I've used. Okay, that's the nanopolymer adhesive. So, you know, down to about here. I've coated the Prusa Mini bed twice. This guy here. So that I've coated twice. I've coated the Prusa bed, the MK3 bed twice, and I've coated 2 beds at my office twice. That's what I've used, but I've gotten 6 prints off of this so far with the coating on it. So I do about 6 prints from full bed to partial bed prints, and then I'll just wipe it with some 99% IPA and then coat it again. So it's gone a long, long way. I coated the entire bed because some of the prints were actually going corner to corner, and some of them are covering the full bed. So I did the entire bed to cover it. But if I was just doing a couple pieces in the middle, I would just put a little coat in the middle area like that. So this will last a long time. And it's just using one of those flux brushes, those hollow aluminum handle flux brushes to put on. So it has gone a long way, but I will be doing a full discussion on that. So this, I think, is an issue with the bed. Now, we got flow, and I think Dominic, I think that was the issue with the nozzle and the flow, but this is, I can't imagine the bed being this off level, especially when it's being probed with a BL Touch. But I've got to look at that. I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to try one of their test prints. I want to see if something's happening with the sliced prints. I don't know if this is the original Cali Cat. I'm just going to try a test print that's on here. I want to see what happens. Then I'm going to call it. I've got to call it a night because it's been going on quite a bit long here. Yeah, you have to apply the nanopolymer adhesive on a cold bed for sure. Yeah, and it does fix adhesion issues. I only use it if I have adhesion issues. The reason I'm using it on the Mini for these is those textured beds on the Prusas are very fussy. Even with Pet G, they can be very fussy. So rather than chance wrecking a long print, like some of these parts for the Prusa Mini stand were like multi 13, 14-hour prints. And rather than risk losing a long print, I just went ahead and I put the nanopolymer adhesive on the bed anyways, just to ensure that it was going to stick. And it did very well. So it did very well. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to see if this does a test print. And then I have to figure out what's going on with the bed here. But that was just an uneven bed. I mean, when you get printing in one spot. Oh, there we are. Yeah, when it's adhering to one spot, all random spots, and then it's not. So this bed has some low spots in it or something. So, anyways, that was awful. Let's just see what happens here. This is going to run. I just want to try this test print, and that'll be all she wrote. Because I've been going 2 hours now, and I like to keep these streams 2 hours or less. That is the FL Sun Q5 in the back, yes. It is printing TPU right now. It has been printing TPU for about 2 weeks solid right now. And it is printing these little guys right here. Little track, little pieces of track for these droids. So that's each one of these tracks on the droid. Each side has 30 of these little pieces that are pinned together. So, and they're approximately about an hour and 10 minutes per print. So I've been printing them here. I've been printing them on 2 Ender 3 V2s at my office. And I'm just going to continue. I'm going to print 3 rolls worth of them because I plan to build more droids. So it's just like a print farm of track pieces. Okay, we have ooze. So the hot end issue's fixed. Thank you, Dominic, for suggesting I take it apart and redo that. Now I just got to figure out what's going on with the bed here. Oh, you're going to hold them back to the back anyways. Why'd I do that? There you go. I'm not even sure if this test print was for the Kywoo. It might have been an Anycubic test print. It doesn't matter. It's still a test print. That's but if it was for the Anycubic, it would have been sliced for the Anycubic. We'll see what happens. Where are you going to go print? What are you going to do? Are you going to level the friggin' bed again? That's okay. I just need to be patient. I love the Delta last Meg. I've got another one sitting in a box under the table over here. I want to put together yet, and I'm also waiting on the FL Sun SR, their Speed Racer. Should be to me anytime now. I'm in love with the Delta printers. I like it. It prints really well. I've had one failure in about. I've printed probably 90 or more of these on that thing in the last couple of weeks. I've had one failure. That was it. And it was just a top layer issue. I don't know why. It might be because this is getting close to the end of the roll and it's sticking. But yeah, the Delta. It's my first time with the Delta, and I absolutely love it. Jerry 3D Printing and Painting on here. Check out his channel as well. He's got a Delta, the same Delta, and I believe he did a review on it not long ago. Do I have a good ABS profile for Cura and the Ender 3v2? I will look and see, Mark. I'm not sure. I just want to see what happens here. I've got nothing. I don't think this profile was for this printer. There we go. There's some filament. There we go. Okay. A bit high on the Z here. Okay, let's see what this does. No, this is not looking good. I wonder if it's the this is terrible. I wonder if it's the PEI surface and it's not sticking well enough to the surface. I wonder. I should try some nanopolymer adhesive on this, but I got to let it cool down. Actually, no, I don't. Let's see. Let's just see. You guys can hang around or not if you want. I'm going to try one more thing, because I'm curious as to whether or not it's just maybe this surface that sucks. So I have a spare. Let me go grab. Okay, let me grab my brush. So what I'm going to do, that's okay. I'm just going to try some nanopolymer adhesive on this just to see if that makes a difference. So it just needs a few drops. Brush it on in the area. Okay, that's it. Maybe a little more. I see a spot here. But it doesn't take much. So I'm going to brush it on in the area there. Put this new build plate on, try that test print again. And I'm just using, right now, just a cheap paintbrush. You can use anything to brush it on. And that's just a number of drops, right? So, let's try that same one I just did. Then we'll call it. I just want to see if there's an adhesion issue with these build plates. Could very well be. And it could be that I do have to scuff it up with steel wool like you do the Wham Bams. So I did clean it with IPA. This one I didn't, but the NPA should take care of that. So we'll see. Last chance, last ditched effort. You didn't miss a thing, Gary. I'm not going to get done what I wanted to get done tonight. I wanted to work on the Flashforge, but that's okay. Save that for another day. I've been struggling with Flashforge for a long time now, so we'll just give this one more kick at the cat, and that's it. And if this doesn't work, I will just have to I'll just have to troubleshoot it and see what's going on. Oh, come on. Beds to temperature. We're just waiting for the nozzle now. I assume my sound's been pretty good tonight then. Hasn't had a complaint. I'm using my my blue I forget what I called that again. Anyways, it's something blue. Yeti, my blue Yeti. Bottle of nanopolymer, this was, I believe, $49 US plus shipping. I think in all total in Canadian dollars, where's the focus there? It doesn't matter. I believe in all total in Canadian dollars, this was about probably $55, $59. But so far, it's going a long way. And you don't need it for everything. It's just specifically for issues like this. It may not even work on this. I may still have to scuff this up with steel wool. I don't know, but and I have the steel wool here, which I guess I could have done. But this is good to know. What did I just drop? Just my ghost keychain. Okay, let's see what happens here. So we've got filament coming out. There we go. Okay. So right away, let's lower that a little. Right away, I know what that is. That's the owl pair from Anycubic. This might not even be the proper profile for this printer. No. It's still printing crappy. And I think it's I think this is now a slicing issue, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done for now. Not that I don't want to fix this, and I will. But it's just getting a bit late, and I will figure this out. But this I know is an Anycubic test print. It's the pair of owls that come standard with their test print. So this is definitely not sliced for this printer. But the adhesion is a lot better on the nanopolymer surface. But don't judge the nanopolymer by this video, because that's going to be a whole separate topic. Anyways. That's what's nice about live streaming, is it either works or it doesn't. So, but this is real life, guys, and I just have to work on this issue, and I will. I'm even going to go back. I'll put the glass bed back on and try it. I'm going to try a different filament. I'll try one thing at a time and eliminate it. Could be an issue with wet filament for all I know. So I'll try different things to fix this. It didn't work out as well as I thought, but we got a good look at the hot end. I discovered as far as changing that hot end that I was doing that in reverse as far as putting the throat in first and then the nozzle, whereas I know I got to put the nozzle in first, then the throat. That fixed that issue. And we got the bed changed to the flexible build plate. We got the hot end changed. We got that issue going. Now we just have an issue with, it's either going to be an adhesion issue. It's going to be, could be filament. It could be the slicer profile. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But that's for another one. But that's okay, Dominic. It's the fact that I got filament flowing is fine. The rest of the problems should be very easy to troubleshoot. It's easier than troubleshooting something in the hot end or something in the extruder. So I'm not overly worried about that. This is just a matter of, bringing everything back to the basics. I want to get these beds working. I don't know about the surface, if I have to scuff it up with steel wool or not, but I'll figure that out. And I will get it going. I'm suspecting it's a combination of the slicer profile and possibly the filament. This has been sitting out. I did talk about not having to dry my filament out too much, but this has been sitting out for a few weeks. Just sitting out like this, basically. So it could be an issue with wet filament as well. So we'll get it down and we'll figure it out. And maybe I'll pop in next week and just for a short bit and let you guys know how it works out. So it's under extruding, yeah, under extruding for sure, but it wasn't under extruding on the skirt. It's under, and the skirt is not a G code thing. Okay, so. The skirt is a G code thing, but this was a pre-ripped file. So the fact that it was doing the purge line just fine tells me it is an issue with the slicer. There's something in the slicer that wasn't sliced right. So anyways, and also that little last one looked like it could have been a bit of moisture in the filament just based on the way it was coming out. So anyways, it's all good. The fact it didn't work out, not a big deal. But you guys, listen, you guys are all saints for hanging out with me this long, and I appreciate it. So that's it for tonight. Keep an eye open. I'll try and do some updates through the week if I get a chance. I got a lot going on. And, yeah, so those guys, you guys who hung out with me, I appreciate it. Much appreciated. I want everybody to have a great week. I still got a few things coming up, as I said. Projects for down the road, a couple builds. We have a CR30 to build. We have a CNC machine to build. There's going to be a rat rig 500 by 500 by 500 build coming. Not soon, but it is coming. That is going to be a multi-week series. So stay tuned for that. I am excited for that. My goal is to get rid of a lot of smaller printers and get rid of some of my printers that I'm not using a lot. This rat rig build I'm going to be doing is going to be phenomenal. I'm super, super stoked about it. I'm super stoked to have a massive volume print size. So if you guys don't know what that is, go ahead and look up rat rig 3D online, Google it, and have a look at their printers, and you'll be as excited as I am. So it's like the Voron, but it's not like the Voron. It's a little bit different in the way they sell their packages, and it's a little bit different in the way they build, and it's a little bit different in the way their beds work. So I've decided to go the rat rig route instead of Voron for many reasons, and I'll discuss them as we go along and as I get closer to actually doing that build. So you guys, thank you for hanging out. Exciting things coming up. This wasn't so exciting. This is more frustrating than exciting, but I'm not letting little things like this frustrate me anymore, because welcome to the world of 3D printing, right? So anyways, and it's a little bit of everything. My lack of knowledge, my lack of experience, and just putting this all together again with a Kickstarter built printer. So, but it will get working. I will get this printer working. I'm confident of that. So until next week, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week. That's it. Happy printing and stay out of trouble, everybody. And thank you for watching. I much appreciate it tonight. So talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.